Hello guys, today we'll be discussing multimedia in HTML. We'll be seeing how to embed multimedia elements in a HTML file. To start, let's define multimedia. Multimedia is simply computer information that can be represented in audio, video, sound, music, or animations. It is basically anything you can see or hear like music, images, videos, and so on. Web pages often contain multimedia elements of different types. What I have on my screen here are different video formats. We have the MPEG, AVI, WMV, QuickTime, and so on. MPEG stands for Moving Pictures Expert Group because they are the ones that developed it. This is the popular video format, the most popular video format on the web, no longer supported by HTML. They have updated this file format, and what we have today is the MPEG-4 or MP4. It is important to note that of all these five formats stated here, only 3 is supported by HTML web and the web, which are MP4, WebM, and OGG. I'll be introducing also audio file formats. So we have the MIDI file format, Real Audio, WMA, AAC, WAV, OGG, and so on. For all these formats, the only acceptable file formats for the web is R, OGG, MP3, and MP4. The rest are not supported by HTML. Over here, I have my Visual Studio Code open. I've created a file, media.html. So the basic thing I want to do is to set everything up. I'll set this title name to too long. Just simply put multimedia here. So here, the first thing I would want to show us is how to embed a video in HTML. To do this, you simply need to type in the video element. I'll be removing this attribute source. So all we need to do is to define the source in the video element using the source element. Remember when we learned pictures in images, we use the same syntax here. Then we define the source of the video. So in the folder we have a video. Let's locate our video. We need to define the location of our video. So open your folder and search for video.mp4. That's basically it. It's also important that we define the width and height of the window of the video. If you do not do this while the video is playing, the browser would flicker, and this would affect the performance of the web page. So let's define our width to 720 and our height, let's set it at 500 pixels. Remember the use of source. We need to specify various file formats for this, just in case the browser is not able to see or to recognize any of the specified file formats. It can choose this, or it should return this. The browser does not support this file format. And yes, that's basically all. Let's save this file, but first let's introduce a heading here. Save our file. Let's view in a browser. Notice here that the video is not loaded. Let's rectify what the issue is here. Video.mp4 here. Alright, let's view on our browser. Save the file. And let's view on our browser. Notice that the video is loaded, but it doesn't start playing when the page is loaded. To do this, we need to set the attribute auto play. So first, what we need to do is minimize this. Let's set the controls. Yes, by just typing controls here, see, we now have controls over here. We can control, we can change the volume, make it full screen. You can also do some exciting things. Let's play. So this is our video. Simple, isn't it? Next thing I'll be introducing is how to embed an audio file. So let's introduce a thematic break here and H3 elements, audio files. To embed an audio file, all you need to do is type audio. You can put the source of the audio here, but we'll be ignoring this attribute. Do it just the same way we embedded the video. Put our source and this. We have a file in our folder, horse.ogv. That let's specify the type so that the browser knows the file type. Say audio and file format. Let's repeat the same procedure for our video. Type video mp4. We can also set the attribute control so that we can be able to adjust the volume and play and stop. Let's view our browser. So here we have our audio file. Next, we're introducing is embedding YouTube videos. So you can simply embed a YouTube video in our web page. So to do that, let's introduce a term called iframe. And iframe is used to load another web resource in a web page. An iframe is the short form for inline frame. It is an HTML element that allows an external web page to be embedded in a HTML document. Unlike traditional frames, which we were used to, we could use iframes to create the structure of a web page and insert it into another web page layout. So the first thing we need to do here is type iframe, create the iframe element. The iframe element has the source attribute. So this is where we define the URL of the video that we want to embed. I just want you to copy the following URL link. I'll show you how to get the URL link for a video shortly, but just copy the URL into your source folder and paste it into your src attribute. Let's paste this, and that is all. Let's save our file. Let's just put a H3 element here. From YouTube. Save. View on browser. Now we have our iframe here. We didn't define the width and the height of the iframe. So let's give our iframe the width and the height. Let's give it 600 and the height 400. Let's save and view on our browser. So you can see that we have a much bigger iframe. When you click on this, we have a video loading.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
If you are on YouTube, you could let's open our YouTube and see how to get, let's say, youtube.com. We can highlight this, click this video, right click on the video, right click on the video, copy video URL, copy this. Let's go to our document, we can paste that here. Save this and view on our browser. Oops, YouTube refused to connect. Let's try again. Open YouTube. right
You will
click
jam the lecturers and the administration.
and let's go to our browser. Let's remove this and paste in the embed code. So here we can adjust the width and the height. Here is the source link. You can also set the frame border if you want it to have a border, maybe 3 pixels, this is 5. Now all these are attributes that can be set. We are going to ignore all of this. So these allow full screen, makes it possible for people to open the video in full screen. You can remove this attribute if you want. So let's just save this and view in our browser. So here we'll have our embedded YouTube video. Notice that we included a frame around the video. So that's about that. So basically this is where we'll be stopping for basic HTML course. We're doing more exciting things in more advanced courses. See you in the CSS lecture. Thank you.